What's going on, guys? Back with another one. Got a special guest. Got my bro, same class, 2012 class, Ray Simmons. What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. There you go. Doing good. How everything been, during COVID-19,
It's been pretty good, bro. I mean, it's weird, everything's new, so it's a little different right now, but it's all right, make the most of it.
Facts, facts. You got Webster Groves graduate, like I said, 2012 class. Tell us about your experience at Webster Groves. You had a good coach, the Hall of Fame coach probably at St. Louis.
Yeah, but hey, if you ask me, he's the best coach in St. Louis, so y'all might not want to ask me, but yeah, I think just going to Webster, it was perfect because we had that. It was diverse, so I was able to tap in with that white community and that black community, and kind of learn how to coexist, which maybe a kid in a public school might not have that chance to do, or a kid at a private school might not have a chance to do on the other side. So yeah. I think going to Webster was like great for me, and I learned to, be adapting, be aware of my surroundings at the same time as be comfortable around people and not closed off to people. So, and then like on the court, I learned everything I pretty much know about basketball from that man. He taught me things bigger than basketball, so it was just a overall great experience for me.
For sure. That's how I was with going to Lutheran North, man, being diverse. I wanted diversity. Could have went to Cardinal Ritter. I was just like, I want to get some diversity so I know how to work with both people. But tell us about your recruiting process. So after Webster Groves, you, a 4-year starter there. Y'all went to state 1 year, right?
Yeah, they went. I wasn't there the year they went to state. I came in a year after. Because Drew won in 2008. That was my 8th grade year. I came in 2009 as a freshman. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah,
as a freshman.
But tell us about your recruiting process. How was that? How was that for you getting recruited?
Man, it's crazy because what I tell people is funny because I started off. I was highly recruited. I was being recruited. I was getting phone calls from like Iowa, Virginia Tech. Like I was getting high major calls. And then like my 15th year, I was pretty good. My 16th year, I was pretty good. My 17th year was the year that I was supposed to take off. I was transitioning to just being a point guard, not playing on the wing. So it's like, this is the year. So boom, I go in, I kill at Boo Williams. The first EYBL session, I get a write-up. I play like shit. I played at Dallas. Then like the coaches there, they kind of stopped playing me as much that next session in LA. And then as the summer unfolded, I just kind of got lost in the wind. Eventually I lost. I had like Florida State, like Tommy, came to a game in St. Louis, saw me play. I was late to that game because I ain't had no ride to the game. So that automatically, like, it was a lot of stuff that was happening in my 17th year that was kind of out of my control. I was late because a coach was coming to get me and he was late to the game. So, and and I got a coach that told the coach that he coming to see me play today, So I had a lot of stuff, and then boom, all of a sudden, come end of the summer, I lost it all. I played and I lost it all. So I end up throughout the year having a pretty good year, but I end up losing my senior year to Jordan Barnes and Pat McCall CBC team. Mm-hmm. So that don't help my case. If you're supposed to be an elite player, why are you losing in districts? So even though it's just me, some young, they sophomores. Right. So they ain't supposed to be. So then that happened. I end up having like some great D2s and then like a CMO, SIUE, and I'm just like, nah, that ain't. I might not be high major right now, but I know I'm at least mid major, and I'm not taking these D2s and I'm not taking these D1s where I'm gonna be miserable getting my head beat in. Right. So then I end up going JUCO because the knock against me was, can he really play point guard? Because I never really played point guard. That's why if everybody know me growing up, I always played on the wing mode mainly. So I end up going there, and I end up like I was third in the country in assists in junior college. I was like 8.5, 9 a game. So then that ended up back then. Then I was also an honor student at junior college. I was like a 4.0 student. It was easy for me. So I was one of the first players ever to have Cornell, Ivy League school, recruiting a junior college kid. Like they're coming in recruiting me. You know, they're coming to games. I had like Middle Tennessee State, Washington State, Evansville, and then Central Michigan. And then I end up. It was between Middle Tennessee State and Central Michigan. I didn't want to go to Washington State. Brandon Jennings' little brother was coming from Oak Hill or something, and he was going there. And I just knew in a political battle, you know, I didn't really have nothing in my favor, so why go deal with that? And I've been dealing with that all my life, with the hoops, the political side of it. So I ended up taking the Central Michigan deal because of Kyle Gertman, who's now the Lindenwood coach. He worked with my junior college coach, and he knew my high school coach. He was recruiting me when he was at SEMO. So I had like some history with him, and I ended up going there, and the rest was history from there. It kind of just took off.
Right. Definitely had a great career at CMU. Definitely was tuning in plenty of times, definitely when y'all was on TV and stuff like that. Tell us about, so at CMU, you played with Marquise Neal. Tell us about that.
Marcus Keene.
Marcus Keene, my fault, Marcus Keene.
Yeah, you straight. Yeah, it's funny because the only reason he committed was because of me. He wouldn't even have came there. He came on his visit because he knew the kid from Dallas. But he was coming on his visit because him and the kid was just friends. So it was more so like, I'm going to come on this visit, but this is not really one of the top schools, but I could use it as one of my visits. And then we end up meeting at each other because me and the other dude was roommates. And then we ended up meeting with each other, and dude was moving with his girl the next year. And we ended up kicking it. He had a great time on his visit, and he like, shoot, I would come. We could just be roommates next year. And then the other one lives right below us. Yeah. So we was all still together. So it just kind of happened like that.
For sure. No, he a dog for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So after college, you got your opportunity with the Washington Wizards Summer League team. Tell us about their experience. You know, a lot of cats, you know, BJ didn't touch the Summer League. But how is the Summer League, you know what I'm saying, for the experience on a high level of basketball?
I would say the Summer League is a very, very high experience, but I think a lot of people get it confused with comparing it to the NBA. It's night and day. I would say that's night and day. So, like, when we talk about a very, very high level, I'm going to think of the NBA, so I'm not going to say that was a very high level like that. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to say it's definitely a lot of young, raw talent out there. So it's a great opportunity. It's respected. You know, the way people view it makes it what it is, you know. So people put stock into the NBA Summer League. So you can make a name. I like what it is. I like, you know, how they run it and everything. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't say high level, but it's you know, it's really, it's right underneath there. It's right there. Yeah.
So you got the taste of overseas basketball. How would you compare that overseas basketball to the NBA?
It's two different games. The thing that stands out is in the NBA, the spacing. There's so much more space. So the best way to put it in the context from like a basketball standpoint is picture playing on a college floor with an NBA team. You know, so put an NBA team, put NBA players out there on the college floor and play them in college rules, essentially. Right. You know, so that's what overseas basketball. And then, like, in terms of, like, the game, I would probably compare it to, like, basketball in the 80s and the 90s. Mm-hmm. Because it's so physical. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to get fouled. They're not going to call it for you. You know, there's a lot more you can do over there than you can do in the NBA. So that would probably be the biggest difference, like, playing wise.
Mm-hmm. And which team you playing with over there, or was playing with over there?
The last team I played for was Mechelen Kangaroos in Belgium, in the Belgium league. Mm-hmm. But, like, right now I'm technically a free agent. I haven't signed nowhere, but.
Right. Is the rules different? I don't know if it's like, you know, overseas football where only like two Americans can be on the floor at the same time or shit like that. Is that the same?
Yeah. There's in the top leagues, like the lower leagues, some leagues you can only have two Americans. But in the top leagues over there, you usually get 4 to 6 Americans. Playing wise, something that I probably noticed is the intentional foul call over there. Everything's an intentional foul. Everything's an intentional. If you stop a break and you got 3 people back, but you don't look like you was really making a basketball play, intentional foul. So that would probably be the ugly. And the defense at 3 seconds, the only difference is.
The NBA going that way too.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, you can hit the ball off the rim over there too, and you can take the ball off the rim, so it makes it harder to score too.
Give me that.
Yeah.
Tell me about your relationship with Brad. Y'all been tight since high school. Y'all had some battles. Tell me about your relationship with Brad. You know, Brad Beal.
Yeah, that's honestly my brother. You know, blood couldn't make us any closer. I think that's probably the best way to put it. You know, that's a brother. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, everybody got somebody that they can call. I know I could call him at any point, at any time, no matter what it is. You know, that's my brother, my best friend. Like, like that relationship, I just think it's unbreakable, because the bond's so strong and the things that insurance is behind it and everything. It's like,
Facts. No, that's dope. I feel like Brad, I was telling her, I had interviewed little Mikey last week, Mikey Lewis from Chaminade, and I was telling him, I'm like, man, Brad he don't get his respect in the league. Like, he'd do the same numbers as James Harden, but they'll run James Harden shit on ESPN all day, every day. But when Brad do the same thing, he don't get that same attention.
Yeah. It ain't right. It ain't right. Hey, it's questions that need answers. We need to go talk to the people above in these media markets and figure out what's going on.
That's why I'm trying.
I think people like us need to ask more questions. That's what it's coming down to. We need to get out here and ask some more questions.
Man, keep it real. Keep it 100. Man.
Hey, straight up.
It's no sugarcoat. We know who the top is. But tell us who your top 5 guards, man. Top 5 guards. We could do team guards.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody want to say
you got so many combo guards.
Yeah, everybody want to. I don't even. That's why I feel like it's just guards at this point. It's not even point shoot, but I would just give you a mix.
It's just go. It really is just guards now.
Yeah, it's just guards at this, and that's what the game translates. And without no centers, it's just guards and forwards. Ain't no center, ain't no technical point guard no more. But I would go. I'm gonna ride with the hotel team. I gotta go B. I gotta go Brad.
That's without a doubt, though. Man, average 30.
Yeah.
30 plus this year, dog.
Yeah, 30 gonna stamp you anywhere in America. Hey, anywhere in the world, not America. 30 stamp you. I would say him. Then you gotta go James. I'm going Dame. I'm gonna put Dame in front of James. No, I ain't with all the political. I won't. Dame do. I got Dame and Brad. I want the real. I don't want no flopping. I'm not a fan of no flopping, trying to draw fouls. I want, so those my 2 off the rip. Them 2.
He got some little St. Louis, Oakland like St. Louis, bro. He got that in him.
Yeah, Dame got, them urban cities, we real relate, real relate. That's all we gonna say on that. Then who we got?
Got Brad, Dame, James, 2 more.
Let me see. Since you said 2 guards, we gotta go. D-Book gotta get some love. He don't get enough love either, so we gonna go D-Book.
That's because he don't get the TV time, bro. But he is nasty.
Yeah.
You like that.
So we gonna go with him number 4, and then my 5th. I like Luka. I like what Luka. I can't be mad at what Luka doing. You come in the league at that age, the man, what, 19?
He's 21, dog.
21. I gotta respect that. I don't care what you're doing to get there, but you doing that. He'll flop a little bit, but it ain't to the point where James be on. I think that'd be a little OD. No disrespect to James. I'm just not a fan of it personally.
Luka stamped the other night what he had did, bro. He stamped that for sure. Like,
yeah.
Porzingis left my man's hanging, bro. Sore knee, bro. You got to be out there.
No, they say he tore his meniscus, man. They thinking about the future. He already tore his ACL. We ain't trying to cancel the man's career to potentially lose anyway. You playing the Clippers, man. Come on. So it was already an uphill battle. You ain't gonna run uphill with a sprained ankle. You barely gonna run on a straight line. So
man, I didn't see cats play on the little torn meniscus for a couple of games.
Man, everybody pain tolerance is different. Everybody, you know, I know some people that had an ACL and been walking or playing a sport and didn't know it was torn. Exactly. So, and I know some people that they can't do nothing for a year or two.
Right.
So it's different. It's different.
Hey, you think the bubble environment is different? So like last night, Game 7, Utah and Denver. Everybody shied away from the pressure.
Hey, it's funny. That's funny because I noticed that too. That's why that game was so low scoring. Nobody want the ball or the shoot. It threw me off because before I thought the bubble made people feel like it ain't no crowd. You don't got to deal with the emotional side of it. It's really just you. And you could, even after the game, you don't got to deal with the fans. Like, you don't got to deal with nothing. You can just turn off your phone and be like a normal person playing basketball all of a sudden again.
Damn. It's open set.
Yeah, you could be that guy again, not deal with nothing.
UCLA runs, like, I don't want to hear nothing about the bubble or problem when y'all go to UCLA and hoop and motherfuckers uploading clips all day.
That's why I'm saying I thought that the bubble was gonna help them, and then when I seen last night, it's like the bubble hurt you because it's like everybody watching you, and don't nobody want to shoot the ball all of a sudden.
Man, they was passing up shots left and right.
That was weird for me to see too. I ain't gonna. Damn, I don't know. Hey, but you can look at it this way: are those stars they really promoting really like that thing? Or is the people that's getting the attention really should be getting that attention, or did the true colors come out of some people? That's what I'm saying. We say a lot of names that was on that TV last night. We're gonna say a lot of names that's on this TV tonight. So we're gonna see.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the environment is a different environment than playing in the arena, packed fans. Like, it's totally different. Like, I feel like that series, them going 50 and 40, matching each other, I don't think that happens in the arena. Like, that was great. I don't think that happens in the arena. That's product of the bubble environment. Like,
there was no emotion. There was no emotional side to it.
But last night, there was all emotion. They was fouling hard and nobody was taking shots. Like, it was crazy. It was like 04 basketball.
It was the 80s again. Fouling hard, one person shooting.
Early 2000s, like, that was it. It was crazy. But we'll wrap it up. What advice would you give to a kid, being recruited out of high school? You had your experience with getting recruited, the recruiting process. What would you give to a high school kid today?
Off rip, follow your dream, but the more underlying thing that I would tell them is learn how to work hard and fight through adversity. Because I feel like if you learn how to work hard and fight through adversity, that'll take you through anything in life. No matter if you're playing a sport, you're dealing with something in business. It don't really matter what you're going through. You could be dealing with something with your house, your relationship. You work hard and fight through adversity. As long as you can do those two things, you're gonna be good in life.
Right.
So that's probably the biggest thing I would tell some kids today if I was to talk to them.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Definitely, they gotta start using these people like as stepping stones to get to where they want to be. Like, we got a lot of people out of St. Louis that have been there. You know what I'm saying? And all it is just passing the knowledge down. Like, we had the media outlets, we had all the platforms to get this knowledge to these kids coming up and keep them out the streets, especially in St. Louis, because it's getting even worse.
Man. It's like a state of emergency for people like us, our age, and that's what I tell a lot of people. When you think about it, when we was growing up, it was our age of the community. Like our coaches now ain't nothing but 13, 14, 15, 20 years older than us. Right. So, that's us. We're in that position now to be in these kids' lives instead of doing whatever, a lot of this age does, that comes with whatever,
Yeah,
so that's the biggest, and I think that's the biggest difference in our demographic and our urban communities is the people giving back and getting involved. Not just giving back, but also getting involved. You don't have to give something to be involved.
For sure. No, that's dope. That's the fact. But nah, bro, I appreciate you taking the time to jump on ToughEnoughTv, man. Anytime, dog. I appreciate
Already, bro. I appreciate you too, man. It was good talking to you, man. Stay up. Good luck with your brand, bro. Whatever I can do to help, just let me know, bro.
Yes, sir. You keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding.
Yes, sir. You too.
I holla.
All right.